And Senator Rigby, I've printed a JAMA study for you to read. And yes, I have some information from the Federal Department of Health and Human Services as well. Members of the Health. Yes. Members of the Health and Human Services Committee, my name is Isabella Manhart, ISABELLAMANHART. I live in District 5, and I'm speaking to in opposition of the so-called Let Them Grow Act. I could waste my time addressing all of the falsehoods that I've heard in the past 3 hours from out-of-state individuals and people who have adults who have tragically internalized homophobia. But instead, I'd like to focus on the truth of what this bill means to trans youth and families like mine who live in Nebraska. I'm non-binary. My little brother is transgender, and I'm here today for him. I'm here today for my family and my friends and my community who shouldn't have to fight to ensure that we have access to healthcare. My brother is 10 years old. He's known he was a boy since he could speak. He plays soccer and basketball, and he does robotics, and he does reading Olympics. He plays cello and bass in a local youth orchestra, and he loves to read and make his own movies. He loves animals, and he wants to be a zoologist when he grows up. He's smart, and he's funny, and he's kind, and he's transgender. Every day I worry that he'll get bullied or hurt by kids his age because they can't see past the bigotry that our world teaches people. I shouldn't have to worry that the real bullies are our elected officials. The fact that anyone could look at my baby brother and think he deserves anything less than the basic human right to access healthcare that supports his needs absolutely breaks my heart. Senator Koth sent my family an email full of uncited facts in an attempt to justify this bill, but the truth is that the Let Them Grow Act is just as misinformed as it is a misnomer. Gender-affirming care is in no way preventing trans kids from growing. In fact, according to the Federal Department of Health and Human Resources, it does quite the opposite. Early gender-affirming care is crucial to the overall health and well-being of transgender children, and you'll find that highlighted in the study that I printed out for you. According to the Trevor Project, the leading suicide prevention organization for LGBTQ young people who you heard before, 58% of transgender and non-binary youth in Nebraska seriously considered attempting suicide in 2022. By prohibiting our access to gender-affirming healthcare, you will contribute to that devastating statistic. The Journal of the American Medical Association, also printed for you, cites that odds of severe depression were lowered by 60% and odds of suicidality were lowered by 73%. I'm not exaggerating when I say that gender-affirming healthcare helps save lives. It allows us to grow into the people we've always known we are. I want nothing more for my little brother than to grow up healthy and confident in himself. And that starts with respecting our right to make decisions about our own healthcare. Trans kids and our families, we know what's best for us. No trans or non-binary youth spoke as proponents. We're all here right now in opposition, and we are demanding to be heard. As our state senators, you have the responsibility to stand up for Nebraska children and families. Don't advance LB 574. Stand up for transgender children as you would any other Nebraska kids. Thank you.
Thank you for your testimony.
Yes, and I welcome any questions.
And we have plenty of Kleenex up there too, so. Are there any questions from the committee at all? Okay.
Well, I hope those studies are helpful for you. And
thank you for bringing them too, by the way.
Yes.
Thank you for your testimony. And on a side note, I did this for the previous testifiers too. If we hear anybody else making noise again, I will have the clerks remove you. So please try to hold it down if we can, just so we be fair to everybody else. Thank you. All right, we'll take our next invited testimony, please.
I didn't give you too many copies. That's all right.
Welcome.
Hello, my name is Rachel Ogborn. That's RACHEL OGBORN. Sorry, I'm a little emotional after that last testimony, but anyway. It's important to hear from the families that will be affected from this bill, and my family is one of them. I have to say that I never thought that I would be driving to the Capitol to share my child's medical information with senators, or with anyone for that matter. I do feel very scared and vulnerable today, but I'm here so I don't lose my child. Sorry. I know that sounds extreme, but so is this bill. Receiving gender-affirming care from licensed professionals has saved my child's life. Gosh, I'm sorry, I'm struggling.
You just take your time, it's fine.
When my child's voice dropped, the world went dark for her. I didn't know this as I made cute comments about my baby growing into a man. However, eventually I found out her truth after several emergency room visits. After evaluation by 2 different therapists and multiple professionals at UNMC, which is one of the best medical centers in the country, she was able to start testosterone blockers and estrogen. I went from having a suicidal, depressed, self-harming son who didn't see himself in the future at all, to having a happy, healthy daughter. Sorry. Who smiles and talks at the dinner table. She wakes up early for school now, and she's excited to see her friends. I'm so sorry, this is embarrassing.
Don't worry, you're just on national TV almost.
I know, it's so awful.
And it's we're all staring at you. So
I know, it's fine.
you're fine.
Thank you for making me laugh. Now she's making plans for her future. Unfortunately, one of those plans is running as far from Nebraska as she can. She feels under attack when she sees this bill and others in the media. And she said that she's told me that she's scared she's going to be a part of the next genocide in history. I know that the worry behind this bill is not wanting things forced on children, and I absolutely agree with that sentiment. I'm not forcing this upon her. I would never in a million years wish struggles upon anyone like this, especially my own child. I wish that I could just she could have a normal high school experience in the easiest life possible, and that neither of us had to worry about her losing her medical care. If anyone's forcing anything upon her, it's anyone who endorses this bill. By denying her medical care, they'd be forcing their ideals and their desires upon my child. It's not any legislator's job to tell my children's doctor that she can't have health care. It's not any legislator's job to invalidate medical research or disregard statistics and data or make a moral show of my daughter's existence. I don't know why I'm here begging you guys to listen to medical professionals. I don't know why you're threatening the jobs of experts. How would you feel if someone denied you health care because they didn't believe in your medical needs? I urge you, please don't take away my daughter's right to receive health care and pursue happiness. Please don't threaten her existence in legislative bills. And if it makes you feel any better, neither myself nor my daughter have ever considered surgery for her as a minor, but it's absolutely nobody else's business anyway. I just want her to live into adulthood. Thank you. And I'm so sorry I cried all over you.
It's all right. I never heard so many sniffling in my life.
Yeah, so sorry.
It's all right. Are there any questions from the committee?